Hi, it's Nalini again, and we just had the 12th full moon of 13 on Monday, the 27th of November. It was just 2 days ago, and it feels like lifetimes a bit, doesn't it? There was such a massive infusion and cohesion and weaving and winding together of all the energies that have come in for all of this year. To say it was incredible is not even enough. I've mentioned a few times that my range of superlatives is pretty much reduced to wow at this point. This full moon was very early in the morning where I live, and so it woke me up, which is great. I had an alarm set, but I love it when the light streams through and kind of smacks me in the third eye and says, okay, it's time. And I sat and meditated, and it's not like a wealth of information comes in mentally that way in words, but I am beginning to embody at that point all of the light, all of the information, all of the energies that are coming through. And again, it's a reflection. Full moons are in opposition, so full moon in Gemini, sun's in Sag. It's coming in this way. And then the process goes from there, has been with Scribing for Source on this interesting journey that this year has been. So sitting with it in meditation and then doing a live transmission. Sometimes it's on or about the exact alignment of the full moon. Sometimes it's not. As in this year, it was a few hours later. Doing a live transmission where more comes through and more comes through my voice in words that aren't really the important part. The important part is the energy, and each will receive it the way each one needs to receive it. So then, after the transmission, I have an MP3 file, and I upload that into transcription software. Sorry, words sometimes for me don't come as easily as they do for Source. The transcription software, and thank goodness for that these days, yes. So that does its job. And the next step is that I go through and listen, re-listen while I'm reading through the transcription, which of course needs correction because all things do, and go through that process a second time. So by this point, it's fairly well instantiated in my body and in my mind, because I hear words I didn't hear when they were being spoken through me. I feel things that start to connect dots and pull threads together that perhaps hadn't before. And once that's completed, I download that and then upload it to the page where the transmissions live for those who attended. And then the next step, which I'll be starting tonight or tomorrow, likely tomorrow, it's sometimes good to give these things a day or so to percolate, is writing the next section of the book. Now, the book is written as literary fiction, maybe fantasy, so it's changing the direct experience without changing the energy of it into a story that will probably be much more fun to read than if I simply documented this happened this time and this happened this time. Even though there's a lot of energy there, it's not as much fun. So this has turned into a story about one woman who goes through this year experiencing each of these lunations. So this one I think will be really fun to write. I'll hopefully do that this week. Then that goes to my two cold readers, one of whom is at least as brutal an editor as I am, which is wonderful, and the other one is at least as mystical as I am, which is also wonderful. And they give me the first round of corrections, things that didn't make sense, things that didn't hang together, where I needed a better transition. Every writer needs this kind of feedback. Then I'll go through that and make that change. And we're to the point now, because 12 sections will have been completed, that the whole manuscript will go to the cold readers and to probably someone else who's a writer friend of mine to get looked through, not to be changed. It's difficult when scribing for Source to find appropriate editing because editors tend to put their stamp on a product, as they should do, but that will change the energy very often. So when putting something like this through an editing process, I mean, not only has the story been massaged into fiction, but it's to do that with keeping a purity of the transmission that will be and is in the book. It's meant to be a transmission from source for the passage that was this year that will hopefully ground, integrate, make some sense of it to all of us who've been through it. So that's the next step. Step 2, stay tuned.